Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Monday, April 8th, 2019. It is 7 a.m. And welcome down on the corner program. Dale Hoffman along with Bob Rectenwald and Gil Reynolds. How's everybody doing today?
The infamous Gil Reynolds.
Infamous, huh?
Yeah.
Really?
We had to explain to him that there's actually 2 6s every day.
You need to explain that to my wife.
Be careful now. You'll be getting yourself in trouble.
That's all right. She was cursing me going out the door.
Did she not like you leaving? What time?
No, she is not a morning person.
Well, that flash flood snuck up on us. Let's change the subject real quick before he gets in so deep he's spending the night here. Yeah.
That flash flood, huh?
Yeah. How about that flash flood?
Well, we had a little bit of rain come through about 4 o'clock.
It wasn't a little bit. I'm telling you, it was a flash flood. You drive down 201 South, and there's mountains of leaves in the ditches that have just washed.
It came a pretty good rain about 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I took the little dog out at 5:30. My front porch was wet, and it never gets wet, so it had to blow a little bit. So.
Yeah, pretty ugly.
Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hey, we're enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee. You can do the same thing by checking out the 3 locations here in Mountain Home. We've got Bomber Boulevard, we've got 62 East Plaza, and what they'll leave out, BRMC Lobby.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or you can come by here, bring your own stick and proof of life insurance.
Check it. Well, I got the adult strength there, the adult dose of Brewed Awakening Coffee.
Call it what you want to.
That's how Mike told me to mix it. He says, do it just like this. So, it's his
I think you got the directions wrong.
Yeah. There's a container where it's got skull and crossbones on it. Yeah, that's Dale's coffee. Now, if you want some real coffee, it's the pot next to it.
Mm-hmm.
That weak stuff.
Whatever.
Kind of looks like a rusty radiator over there, Anyway, check out Brewed Awakening Coffee. 3 locations to serve you. Mike and the staff do a great job serving the Twin Lakes area. Excuse me. The frog that won't hop. The best coffee in town. Brewed Awakening. Don't take my word for it. Stop by here sometime, have some coffee with us. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive in Mountain Home, or check out one of the 3 locations right here in Mountain Home. Brewed Awakening Coffee. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. And, of course, Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes right here in Mountain Home and across the state. 29 Roller Funeral Homes to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Roller Funeral Homes, now's the time to pre-plan. Bob had this client and says, why don't you tell Dale, blah, blah, blah. So we took that advice. You can see Charlotte, Bruce, Chris, anybody out there is going to steer you in the right direction. And they understand what's going on. It could be an emergency. It may be the passing of a loved one after a long illness, something like that.
Now, just to be clear on that, it's the advice that you took was the advice to talk about it because you still haven't done it yourself.
Oh, how do you know?
Because you told me.
Things may have changed.
Oh, well. I doubt it, but okay.
Nothing like getting personal on the air, but nevertheless. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, bring the morning prayer each and every day. So let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, in less than 2 weeks, we'll celebrate Easter, the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Now, Lord, I'm not sure how we came up with a rabbit passing out chicken eggs at Easter, but I guess that's all we could come up with to make a profit at Easter. Nevertheless, Lord, I pray that as Good Friday and Easter Sunday comes, that we'll rediscover the truth of your resurrection. It's not about new clothes or eggs, but to really understand that you rose from the dead. I pray you bring us a renewed spirit at Easter, and that's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. And now you got to do a trumpet. You're directing. You got to do the trumpet.
Do.
Hey, I like that better than the one you normally have. It's nice and quiet. And
if Scooter's watching, he's going to, he says I'm something, Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda, all your real estate needs, the Z Team. And we got the beautiful shot of the White River. Lights are still on the bridge. You see in the upper left-hand corner there, you see the river coming through. You're looking from Marion County into Baxter County. You're seeing Cotter, Arkansas. That's actually Cotter Park. You see the clearing right there. That's the park area of the baseball field. And up to the upper right, you see the clouds over, what's going to be Mountain Home. We got a little bit of cloud cover over here. To the upper left would be on the horizon, be the Missouri state line. And so the morning live shot brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda's the door for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Check out the website, retiretoarkansas.net. buying or selling, give them a call today. They were in Hot Springs over the weekend, and the tractor trailer's coming in with more of their awards. And so I tell you what, the award-winning Z Team, give them a call once again, 870-405-0793. Right now we've got 61 degrees in Mountain Home, 64 at Flippin. We got 62 at Harrison. Yellville checks in at 64, while Salem's at 61, same in Calico Rock. Mountain View, Arkansas at 59, while St. Louis is at 60, Poplar Bluff at 59, West Plains 61, and Branson at 59. Watford City, North Dakota, they'll be in the swimming pools at a 45 degrees in Watford City, North Dakota. I think they actually hit about 60, 63 degrees up there today. And I'm going to knock this temperature grid down so we can see the severe threat throughout the southeast. We'll throw that up there. From the Gulf Coast just west of Tallahassee, Florida, through Birmingham and Nashville, that's the severe threat for the country right now, all the way up into Richmond, Virginia. Doesn't look like anything possibly going on for Arkansas. We'll check that radar now. You ready for that live shot of the radar?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. National radar shows that shower activity over Tennessee and Kentucky into southern Indiana, southern Illinois, a little bit in Louisiana, Mississippi, the Panhandle of Florida, Alabama, a little bit in Georgia. We'll go to the Little Rock stop and check out the state of Arkansas real quick. See the shower activity that moved through earlier in the day. It stretches from southwest of I-40, which is going to be southwest of the Russellville, Ozark area, all the way up to West Plains, Missouri. Other shower activity in the southeast corner of the state, from El Dorado to Pine Bluff, back over to the Mississippi River. Highways affected right now, 62-412 east is affected from Mountain Home. Not much 62-412 west or Interstate 49. Interstate 40 west of Little Rock has some of the shower activity along with I-30 towards Texarkana. I-40 east, not too bad, and I-55 and 155 in pretty good shape right now, as we can see on the map. We'll back out here and go to the St. Louis radar stop real quick. Check out Missouri for folks. Not much going along in St. Louis. I-44 Rolla to St. Louis, the 100-mile stretch there. Then Columbia and I-70 looks good. I-70 east of St. Louis, Vandalia, Effingham, and I-64 east St. Louis, Illinois to Mount Vernon in good shape. And you see I-55, possibly some scattered showers once you get around Cape Girardeau. A little bit of shower activity just northeast, excuse me, of Interstate 24 as it comes into Interstate 57 in Carbondale, Illinois. Southwest Missouri coming up. There we go. You see that line of showers now a little bit better, showing up in north central Arkansas from I-40 just east of Mountain Home all the way up past West Plains and possibly over as far as Poplar Bluff. But southwest Missouri is not too bad, or west central. Kansas City, Columbia, I-70 in good shape there. I-44, Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, Lebanon, and Rolla. Not bad at all. Pretty good right there. And so, let's see, any forecast. Oh, they're still watching the flood. We've got the Missouri River that's been full as a goose up there. So now they're watching southeast Arkansas and the Louisiana-Mississippi line, because all that water's heading down. Of course, they've got the ice melt and everything else. All those tributaries feeding through. Let's see what South Dakota got here. We've got some... Ooh, I'm glad it's up there. Winter storm watch for South Dakota. But they can have that. Nothing really for North Arkansas and Southern Missouri right now. We'll check that 7-day forecast today. A high of 77, 20% chance of showers, then partly sunny, mostly clear tonight. A low of 53. Tomorrow, 79 degrees. Yay! Tuesday night, 54 degrees. Wednesday, high of 81. A little bit of wind there, and it drops to 60 degrees Wednesday night. Partly sunny on Thursday, high of 75. Thursday night, low of 39. Then Friday, we have a high of 59. We got that front coming through. And of course, as we always do, we'll check the drought monitor in Arkansas and Missouri, but when you have floods, there's very little chance of a drought, and so everything looks good there. iDrive Arkansas, let's check these the weather radar on iDrive Arkansas. You see the shower activity east of Mountain Home. There's a little bit west of Conway in southeast Arkansas. We're showing up on the national radar. You can go to iDrive Arkansas and check this out before you travel. You can check your border states: Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Missouri. And anywhere there's a circle, blue X, it's going to be a problem. Like here's some high water on 275 in Union County. Here's some more high water on State Highway 98. So if you're traveling into southern Arkansas, wherever you're traveling, be sure to check out what these little marks mean on the map. MoDOT, they're still having a problem with Interstate 29. It's closed at mile marker 57. You have to use I-35 and I-80 into Iowa as an alternate route to go around. And then, of course, US 61 in the eastern part of the state Runs from Steele, Missouri up to St. Louis, and from St. Louis north all the way up to Hannibal, up near Cahokia, Missouri as well. And so be sure to check out MoDOT or iDrive Arkansas before you travel. And so the morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs. We'll take another quick look at the White River. Give them a call at 870-405-0793 or check out the website retiretoarkansas.net. The beautiful shot of the White River as you see it in Cotter, Arkansas. And so, give Bob and Linda a call today, 870-405-0793. Community calendar brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the square in Mountain Home. Huh, Scooter's not here today. I know what it is. It was Chicken Fried Steak Day. Old Time Restaurant on the square, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday to 11 a.m. Best breakfast, best lunch in town. Check them out. Old Time Restaurant, the square is so much fun. Love going downtown for breakfast or lunch. A lot of fun at Old Time Restaurant.
Does this mean we can make up our own special?
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, they told me on TV I could do this for $6.88.
Why don't we drop the price today?
$3.88. There you go. That ought to be exciting. That'll get their attention real quick.
You think he'd be calling in? I think we're going to get in trouble. Anyway, check out Old Time Restaurant on the square in Mountain Home. Best breakfast, best lunch in town. Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11 o'clock. Charity Car Show, White River Lions Fun in the Sun, May 4th from 9 to 3 at Big Spring Park in Cotter, as you just saw in the live shot. Specialty awards by Pirate Nation Customs. Entry fee is $20. They'll have awards for General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler. Truck, Rat Rods, Import T-Buckets, held in conjunction with the Cotter Trout Festival. Food, drinks, vendors, and music in the park. 50/50 drawn door prizes. For more information, call Gary at 870-453-7340 or the cell phone 847-867-5644. I'll take a shot of that and put it on down on the corner page later this morning. Marion County Republican Committee is having their dinner this weekend. It's the 13th of April. Going to be at the Bull Shoals VFW in Bull Shoals. 5 o'clock is the meet and greet. 6 o'clock is the dinner. Tickets are $35 per person. And the guest speaker is our good friend Lieutenant Governor Tim Griffin. It's always good to hear from the Lieutenant Governor. And let's see, these got out of order. This is the biggie fundraiser for the Mountain Home Christian Academy coming up on the coming up in May. This has got to plan ahead now, folks. Night with Your Night is Friday, May 10th, and Father-Daughter Ball is Saturday, May 11th. This is their major fundraiser. Takes place at the Shed on the Arkansas State University campus. Tickets are now on sale. And they're also having, let's see, I got this other page here. Mary Poppins Jr. They'll be doing this on the 27th and 28th of April. The 27th is at 7 p.m. and the 28th at 2 p.m. at Dunbar Auditorium with free admission there. Coming out and support the Mountain Home Christian Academy. If you can help them financially, call them at 424-6622. Quilting and Evolving Fabric Art. This takes place at the Calico Rock Heritage and Visitor Center at 104 Main Street in Calico Rock. Take a tour of quilting from the history of traditional quilting to the new tools and the new directions. History Week is April 15th through the 27th. New tools April 29th through May 11th. And new directions May 13th through 25. Once again at Calico Rock Heritage and Visitor Center, the Tomlinson Art and Science Center, 104 Main Street, Calico Rock. For more information, 870-297-6100.
29,000.
29,000, yeah. Boy, strong coffee today. You guys got anything, Gil?
Week,
Bob?
No.
Any community calendar stuff going
Nope.
on? Take another quick look at the White River, brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793. It's Monday, time for Bob Rechtenwald Sports. And so Bob's going to be moving over to my chair. We've got some guests for you today, so stick around. We'll be right back.
Best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
We're here with Mountain Home High School soccer coaches Debbie Atkinson and Nathan Criner, and we've had some soccer success so far this year. And we're going to talk about it and some upcoming matches that are important to the success of the program. But first, I want to talk about what is the composition of your teams this year. Ladies first.
We have 5 seniors and 9 freshmen and a total roster of 30.
Okay.
So I believe we have 6 juniors. So everything in between. We have, like I said, a roster of 30 this year, heavy on the freshmen.
Heavy freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
Have the freshmen always played with the senior high?
Yes.
Do they have a junior high team?
No, sir.
Okay. Coach Criner, what's your team made up of?
We got 35 boys out. We have 8 seniors. We have 10 juniors, 12 sophomores, and only 5 freshmen this year.
Only 5 freshmen?
Yeah.
So that pendulum's kind of switched the other direction.
Yep, a little bit, kind of opposite of Coach
What
A.
is the feeder program to Mountain Home High School soccer?
Twin Lakes Soccer Association. They play on Saturdays during the spring and the fall. And they're located out Highway 5 South, the soccer
Down
complex.
at the soccer complex.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the Ray Stahl, Dr. Ray Stahl
Dr. Ray
Soccer
Stahl.
Complex.
Yes, it would.
Yes. An amazing facility. We're blessed to have that with all the kids. I think they run 300 plus every season. And Mountain Home's really blessed to have that complex there that's been put together by Dr. Stahl and the board that he works with.
Yeah, I was out there Saturday. I was out there Saturday, and there was just cars everywhere.
That's
A
awesome.
lot of people out there on Saturday. Beautiful weather.
Yeah, my parents moved here in 72 and I graduated in 78, and soccer was not much more than playing behind the school. There was not really an organized sport for soccer, but shortly after that it started becoming more and more popular. How long, Miss Debbie, have you been coaching soccer?
This is my total 29th year.
How long for Mountain Home?
19.
19. And you've seen a lot of success over the 19 years that you've been coaching, I know.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I've watched a lot of it. So I haven't seen as many soccer matches as I have football games, but I have watched quite a bit. How about you, Coach Criner?
This is my 11th year at Mountain Home. Second year as the head coach. I was assistant under Brian Maddox for 9 years.
Okay. When your players prepare to join your soccer team, is it just show up and be on, or is there a tryout system that you guys deal with, or is it different between the boys and the girls?
I'd say it's a little bit different. It just kind of depends on how many sign up and how many come out. We do have a set tryouts for the boys between Thanksgiving and Christmas. We go about 9 practices, 3 days a week during that 3-week period, and we just call it tryouts. It's the tryouts for us to evaluate coaches, but it's also, I've always said, for the kids, it's a tryout to see if they enjoy soccer, because we try to get kids, whether they've played before or have any experience at all. It's not necessary to have experience. So I tell them, I said, you try these 9 practices, and if you like it, we want you on the team. So.
How about for the Lady Bombers? Is it
pretty much
different?
the exact same thing. We start, though, in the second week of November, right before Thanksgiving. And the other thing that we include is we have them give us a personal reference of a teacher or someone that knows their character, and we check up on that. We also check their grades. And exactly like Coach Criner, come try us out, see if you have some fun, and give us a try. And out of those 9 freshmen, 7 have never played. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And soccer's not. Soccer is probably more movement than, I don't know, maybe basketball has a little more.
It's basketball on a much larger court.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's nonstop. It's if you're out there, you better be well conditioned.
Yeah. No timeouts.
Yeah, no
no timeouts.
No timeouts.
I didn't know that.
No.
None
40-minute halves, no timeouts.
Constant running. How do you change your people in and out then?
Just on
the move?
On throw-ins, when the ball goes out of
Dead
bounds,
balls.
at dead balls. Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I never understood the rules. So it's probably a good thing that I never played. I tried to play basketball one time in the 7th grade, and Coach Bogart. Do you remember John Bogart? John Bogart was the 7th grade basketball coach. And I went in and I said, Coach, I'd like to be on your basketball team. He said, Bob, I really appreciate your thought, but basketball's not a full contact sport. Why don't you just stick to football? Well, thanks, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have a JV team?
Boys and girls both do. Yeah.
Yes, we do this year. It's the first time for JV girls in a very long time.
And they run their own schedule? They run concurrent with your varsity schedule, or sometimes a little of both?
A little of both.
A little of both, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We try to get our conference opponents to play JV, but I found out yesterday evening that Paragould doesn't have enough players to compete in a JV game tomorrow, so we have to go outside of our conference sometimes to play other teams, varsity teams, and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
I truly believe that is a very, very good stepping stone for those kids. I don't care what sport it is, basketball, baseball, football, soccer. If they get into that game environment to where they're not practice dummies, it gives them some confidence to build on and the ability to know what a real game is like. And nobody's going to stop it in the middle and say, okay, well, you got to do this, this, this. Mm-hmm. They have to draw on their own knowledge and their own abilities to stick through a 40-minute half and to be able to deal with things. And a good, strong JV program in any sport is very important in my eyes.
Absolutely.
I do.
When you travel, do you travel all 30 or 35 people that you've got on your team, or do some of them stay home?
The injured stay home, and those who need to work on their grades stay home.
Grades become a very every interview we do and we talk about grades, it's one of the most important things that I notice that the coaches from Mountain Home push. It's not a requirement to be on that all-academic team, but it sure is nice to know that that's part of the background. We want our players to be stars on the field, but stars in the classroom, and citizenship and community service and that kind of thing. Who's pushing y'all to make sure that happens?
I am.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think it's us, and I think it starts at the top, our athletic director and our administration, and that's the type of. If they're willing to do what it takes in the classroom, they're going to be much more willing to do what it takes on the field,
Absolutely.
and it just kind of coincides with each other. That's
Right.
the type of kid and player that you're looking for as a coach.
And while the Academic All-Star Award, is important, it's important to us, I know both of us, that we raise good citizens that represent Mountain Home very well.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. In the past, I forgot what I wanted to ask you. Daggone, that hurts.
Happens to me all the time.
That's not a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
In the past few years, have you had players go on to the next level and play soccer?
The boys' side, since I've been head coach, we have not. We have not. We have in years past, but
Right.
not here recently.
Right.
Mm-hmm. We currently have one player, Sydney Blevins, who is a senior at Hendricks, and she was a scholarship player. So we've had others have an offer and just didn't accept that offer, decided to go a different path.
Because they switched from the athlete to the academic.
Probably so, yes, sir.
And I can see, not just in soccer, but in basketball. I truly think that we've got some student athletes that could probably go on and play, especially in the female team, go on and play the next level. But they're so pushed academically that they're not going to be a WNBA, or they're not going to be an NBA player, or they're not going to be able to play professional. So they go ahead and take their academics and run with that.
Well, my son played college soccer at the University of the Ozarks in Clarksville, and it's a job when you're in college. It's a whole different world.
You just don't get paid well.
No. It's not as much fun to get up at 5 o'clock and do weight training and stuff like that than it is in high school. So it's a different.
We're going to take a break here in just a minute. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about dual sport athletes, and we'll go from there. Yep, take us to a break.
Ever notice every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either a terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you need dirt.
We're back with the high school soccer coaches, Nathan Criner and Miss Debbie Atkinson. And we appreciate y'all coming in this morning.
Thank you for having us.
We're going to talk about dual sport athletes or multi-sport athletes. Coach Criner, I know you've cheated and got a list over there, so we'll let you go first so Miss Debbie is more comfortable when she comes up with hers.
Well, out of the 35 kids that we have, about 24 is what I counted that play other sports, and we have several that are in two sports currently. When you're able to run track and play soccer at the same time, it's kind of a win-win for both programs. So out of those 24, I think we had 7 basketball players come in, and a lot of them had a lot of experience on the soccer field and just kind of really changed our dynamic at practice, and it was nice to have them kind of early on in the season.
And is basketball and track is pretty much the norm for dual sport to play soccer, or do you have very many football players that play?
Currently, probably not as many this year as we have had in the past. With me coaching football and Coach Maddox also coaching football and soccer for years, that is something we've had a lot of, was football players.
Sure. Miss Debbie, what about you?
We have 2 senior high basketball players, 3 junior high basketball players, and then we have 4 young ladies that run track.
What is the best sport to be in to help you with soccer? If you're gonna have a student come in and say, okay, coach, I've never played soccer before, but I want to be the best I can be, but I also want to do something else, what would you encourage them to do?
I'd encourage them to honestly do whatever they want to do. I think maybe the sport that is most similar to soccer would be basketball, like we talked about. But you know, I look at football as well. You get a lot of different things that we're not able to practice on because we practice only after school. We don't have a whole lot of time for a weight program. So getting, a football kid that's been involved in the weight program and the off season that football provides is beneficial as well.
I would say ours would be track. For girls, one of the things you need to work on is their endurance, and we really need endurance training.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah, cross country is an off season in the fall, and our season in the spring. Cross country kids have really.
We encourage them to do cross country.
You said that there's no block time during the school hour or during the school day. So this is pretty much only evenings and weekends then that you practice?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Mostly evenings. We've had a weekend or 2 practice, but usually just in the evenings after school.
Usually like when you come back from spring break or something. But most of our practices are over by 6 or 6:30 at night.
How do you guys deal with the field?
We have a schedule.
Yeah, schedule, and we alternate. We've got back practice fields at the high school we use, and then turf fields.
So not necessarily, you're not splitting the field and using the field at the same time. You guys just work it out together, and it works out good?
Too many kids.
Too many kids.
Yeah, you got to have a lot of space.
Yeah,
a lot of space.
Nearly 70 players, so you got to deal with all of them. Yeah. So. All right, well, let's talk about the 2019 season. Who wants to go first? Coach Criner wants to go first.
What do you want to know?
How's it been? Very successful, I know, to this point.
Yeah, successful to this point. Tomorrow we wrap up the first round of conference play. It's a double round robin, so we'll start on Thursday with our next round. So far, our goals were, and we just kind of talked about them a couple weeks ago, was to finish this first round undefeated, and so far we're 6-0 right now in conference play and 9-0. Yeah, knock on wood. 9-0 altogether. We had success early on. I didn't really know how this team was going to be honest with you. We traveled down to Little Rock Christian on March 2nd and won that Little Rock Christian tournament at the very beginning of the season. So it kind of started us off really in the right path. And so far, knock on wood, we're continuing it through this first round of conference play.
And explain to me what your conference looks like today. Now the boys and girls have the same conference, is that correct?
Yeah.
So explain to me what the conference composition is this year.
It's just like every other sport except football.
Mm-hmm.
We play Greene County Tech, we play Paragould, we play Jonesboro, Nettleton, West Memphis, Searcy, and I believe Marion. Yeah. So leaving somebody out I knew.
And how about the young ladies? How they faring this year?
We are 5-1. We lost on a penalty kick to Searcy early on, our nemesis. We didn't start well. I think we had some players in the wrong places as coaching staff, and we got used to each other, and this team now is incredibly close. They are bonded, which you really, really need in girls, and they play for each other, and once they realized that and put that in motion, we just took off. We've been winning in great margins. I think we've outscored them 41-1 this whole season, and we can go to a much higher level, and that's what we're working on now, is to try to get them to reach that high level that we think they could be. They're very good.
Do y'all work the same schedule? Y'all, you're going to travel to Paragould? Will you travel with them?
Yes, we travel. We play the same night, same place.
Same night, same place.
Yes.
Okay. So it makes it a little easier to deal with that way for travel.
Yes. Makes it for the parents.
Which none of our travel is very easy to deal with, especially during the week. But
no.
Do you have any home matches coming up?
This Thursday. Yeah,
Thursday's home.
Yeah, we play Greene County Tech.
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. The coaching staff. How many people do you have on your coaching staff?
I have a volunteer defensive coordinator, my husband, Max Atkinson, and then I have an irreplaceable Kathy Beckham, who takes care of where we're going to eat, bus requests, and all that, and then she helps us coach the defense.
Okay. Coach, how many people you got helping you?
Well, I have one school coach, Frank Brewer, who was on the girls' side several years back, and then I have 3 volunteers. I have Butch Blum, Ian Platt, and Monford Hensler.
Now, Ian Platt was a soccer player from years past. Is that correct?
His son, Ewan, was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ian works at the hospital. His dad.
Okay.
Yep.
Ewan
graduated last year.
Okay.
And he decided to stay on and help us out even after Ewan graduated. So
awesome.
Happy
It's good to have
them.
those registered volunteers come in
absolutely.
and lend a hand in any sport for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The length of time for a normal match, how long does it normally take? You've got 2 40-minute halves.
Mm-hmm.
How much of a halftime in between?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Yeah. But you're not done in an hour. You're not done in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Sometimes?
If you mercy rule, if you score 6 in the first half, then the second half is cut in half, so that's an hour.
I usually block off an hour and a half.
Yeah.
In my mind, about an hour and a half, unless it goes to extra time or penalty kicks.
Yeah.
If it's a tie.
And it can go in overtime.
About every sport in Mountain Home has a fundraiser they do, at least one every year. What is soccer's?
The boys' side, we do a PK-a-thon, which is a penalty kick. It's kind of like the free throw-a-thon that the basketball program does, or lift-a-thon that the football program does. We do it before season starts, and we just kind of ask for if you want to donate per penalty kick. We kick 200, or you can just make a flat donation.
And the girls are trying to encourage little girls to play soccer. So myself and Max will be giving a coaching clinic to the TLSA coaches to help them do technique at an earlier age. And then our girls will do a kiddie camp in April for boys and girls on the field to raise money.
So that should be coming up pretty soon?
Yes, sir. We're just waiting on a date from TLSA.
Okay. How involved are you and your high school coaches with TLSA? Do you get involved with their season at all, or do you kind of let them do their own thing?
Kind of let them do their own thing to an extent. I've helped coach out there before with my boys who have played out there. I have one currently playing right now. So I've helped coach, but for the most part, we're in season when they're in season, so it's kind of difficult. Like I said, I was out there Saturday, and it was neat to see every referee that I saw all over the complex was a player or a former player of the Lady Bombers or the Bomber soccer program. So that was really neat to see. Wow. There's a good relationship there.
And each TLSA team takes a game, and there are ball boys They get in free. They get to chase the balls around. That Miss Christy Jones from TLSA coordinates that, and they show up and chase balls for us and do that. And then every TLSA player received a free pass to our soccer games this year.
Awesome. The the ability to make the transition from TLSA to 9th grade, because there is no 8th grade team, is it hard for that 9th grade player to just jump in and start playing competitive school sport?
In boys, we don't typically have 9th graders or freshmen that will letter, but it happens at times. So it just depends on the maturity of the kid and how long they've been playing and the knowledge of the game.
With girls, I think it's the physicality that surprises them. It's just a step up, and I think the intensity of the game. Because I've had freshmen tell me, "Boy, I'm glad I wasn't in that one," because the intensity of the game, and I think the physicality is the biggest step that girls have to make for competitive high school soccer.
So it's hard for a soccer player to be a 4-year letterman.
Got to work really hard.
Yeah, you got to work hard. It's definitely we've had some in the past for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've only got a handful of 9th graders this year, what are you doing to prepare to grab them 8th graders that'll be 9th grade next year to keep your base strong?
I expect us to kind of grab some more 8th graders, and then there's a good 7th grade group. Right now there's a travel team, which is always beneficial when you get kids, because one thing I've noticed that as the kids get older, the fewer play at TLSA. Mm-hmm. And the same thing happens in every sport. Mm-hmm. But I'm really happy to see that we have a travel team right now that involves 6th grade, 7th grade, and a few 8th grade boys, mm-hmm. and a couple of girls I think are on the team as well.
They do.
But one thing that Mountain Home does not lack is options. There are so many options for these kids to be involved in some extracurricular. It's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But then it's also a detriment, because you really want them to do this and they want to go some other direction. It makes it a little bit difficult. Real quick, because I know you all have to get to class, and I'm so excited about that, right?
Yeah, Monday morning.
Monday morning.
It's testing week. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my. Where will your conference tournament be played at?
Searcy.
So both of y'all at Searcy?
Yeah, the state tournament. Yeah, our state tournament.
There is no conference tournament?
We no longer have conference tournament this year. This is the first year
so
since
now
we
they'll
switched
take the
conference.
top however many and go straight into
top 4 from each conference. Mm-hmm. And we will go straight to Searcy on May 9th through 11th, I believe. Mm-hmm.
So then we're set up to be a 5A East, West, North, and South?
Yes.
So it'll be 16 teams.
16 teams, top 4 from
single
each conference.
Elimination.
Single elimination.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this year's played at Searcy.
Yeah.
Right.
Mountain Home ever host that?
Did one time in 2012.
I thought it was like 9 or 10 maybe. Yeah,
school has to bid for that? Or
yes, school has to bid for that.
Yes.
I think it's, you have to have 2 fields.
Mm-hmm.
And with our complex at times during the spring, if it rains, that
you can play out at
that complex the complex holds a lot of water. So I think that's one thing that is kind of makes us
keeps us from bidding.
Yeah, it keeps
and
us
we
from
really
bidding
don't have a school close by that we could tag team with, correct? I mean, what is the closest school to Mountain Home that has soccer?
Well, I mean, Mountain View has a team, and Harrison and Batesville.
Yeah, but that'd be too far to tag team for a tournament.
Yep.
You have to truck the kids 50 miles one way. That's not a good idea.
It would, And Harrison usually hosts some state tournament at their complex and at their school, whether it's, their classification or a smaller classification. I think Lead Hills classification is hosting it up there. I think 3A may be up there this year. So
good deal. Well, we sure appreciate you coming out early this morning and visiting with us and talking Mountain Home Bombers soccer. And tomorrow night again,
we go to Paragould tomorrow night, and we host Greene County Tech on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. But you're playing Paragould at Paragould?
Paragould at Paragould and Greene County Tech.
Folks that don't know, Paragould is Greene County Tech area, but it's not the same school.
Right.
Right. So, and then you'll have a home game, and then next week you're
we go to Jonesboro, and then we host Marion's Thursday. So we got 2 Thursdays in a row. In Green Forest.
Yeah, we have 3 games next
week.
3 games next week. All right, good deal. Again, thanks for coming out, and
Thank
we'll
you for the
keep up with
invitation.
you and see how it's going.
Yeah, go Bombers.
Gilbert.
And comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Gray's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
At Criner Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Criner Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Criner Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
And we're back, 7:47 on this Monday morning. And
did you ever play soccer?
Yes, I tried it. That's tough. Have you?
Gil, did you ever play soccer?
I played in 3rd and 4th grade, and that was it.
I've never played organized soccer. I played junkyard soccer.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Or schoolyard soccer, whatever you want to call it.
Either one.
I don't think I could do it.
It's tough.
That's a lot of running.
Yeah,
a lot of nonstop, like they said, 40 minutes with no timeouts.
It's tough.
The only little bit of a break you get is
We'll take a look at hockey. I mean, at least you get timeouts in hockey, but try putting on ice skates.
Yeah.
And sometimes hitting 35 miles an hour on ice skates, swatting that little puck around the ice rink, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, went to a boxing match and a hockey game broke out. Is that the way they used to say that? You ever been to a professional hockey game?
No.
Well, let me tell you. Back in the days, back in the 80s, 90s, there were more fights than...
Oh, yeah.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. But, Scooter's not here today. He's been at the Adidas Nationals up in Kansas City, or Independence, Missouri. And he texted me over the results for the Mountain Home Flyers. They took 13 total wrestlers up there, 11 youth and 2 high school, and they had 9 finish as All-Americans out of that total.
9 out of our 13?
Yeah.
That's good.
The top 8 make All-American. He says record success this year. We had 11 youth wrestlers and 2 high school wrestlers. We had finished with 9 All-Americans. Finishing in 8th place was Mason Schimmel. He's a 5th grader, 71-pounder. Elijah Legg, 8th grade, 160-pounder. And Brandon Wheat, a 9th grader, 174-pound division. In 7th place, Shane Rowden, 8th grade, 160-pound division. 6th place, Hayden Walters, 7th grade, 112-pound. Finishing in 2nd place, 1st grader Peyton Smith, 38-pound weight class. And Miranda Jones, 8th grade young lady, 150-pound weight class. Finishing first place and as national champions, Mason Pedersen, a kindergartner, 38-pound weight, and Callan Fraunfelter, 4th grader, 128-pound weight class. So a very good showing from Mountain Home Flyers, and Coach Scott and Coach Matt taking those bunch of kids up there this year, and turned out they did a very, very good job.
You said, what was 9 of 13? Go over that stat again. You got that stat again?
It says here, says they had 9 All-American finishers.
Out of 13?
Out of 13.
That's nearly 70% success right there. That's great.
That's a pretty good roll.
That's not bad at all.
So Mountain Home Youth Wrestling, which is the Mountain Home Flyers, their season comes to an end on a pretty good success.
That's good. That's
and,
good.
Unfortunately, I'll throw this out there, Austin Callies, who has been a All-American for years and years, I think 4 years, maybe 5 years running, got hurt in his second match, blew a shoulder, and he was out, didn't get to wrestle the rest of the day. So we hope Mighty Mouse the best of luck getting back to normal. And
you call him Mighty Mouse, I call him Bulldozer, because I've seen him on the football field.
Yeah, but he ain't no bigger than Mighty Mouse.
He's tough, though, I tell you what.
He is tough, that's for sure.
I call him a Bulldozer. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Arkansas has a new head basketball coach, Eric Musselman, who led Nevada to a 1-10-34 record and 3 consecutive Mountain West Conference regular season titles in 4 years with the Wolfpack, agreed Sunday to become the Razorbacks' new head basketball coach.
Hopefully for the best. See how it works. You know, Mountain Home Baseball Arkansas baseball suffered a huge loss.
Oh, I missed it.
Last week they played University of Arkansas Little Rock and got beat 17-7.
Ooh.
But you know, it's a game that doesn't mean a whole lot. It's just something to keep them practicing during the week. But still, you hate to lose an in-state game like that so badly. They turned around and got beat by Auburn on Thursday. They were supposed to play Thursday and to play in a doubleheader on Friday. Lost the first game, huge. They came back in a 15-inning second game and beat Auburn the second game. And then they turned around and beat Auburn on Sunday. Mountain Home Lady Bombers softball went to Berryville over the weekend, won two of the games in the little jamboree that Berryville hosted. And congratulations to Coach Shelby and Shelby. And they will play Friday night at home, I believe. They'll host a game on Friday night. So we look forward to that. What else you got over there, Dale, at your
NCAA championship is down to what, Texas Tech? And is it Virginia?
Should be Texas Tech, Virginia, probably tonight, I think.
I think so. I'm trying to pull it up right here, but I get a bunch of scores.
Yeah, you just had it there. It was on the lower right-hand corner. Yeah, right there.
There it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight, Eastern Time, 8:20, so it'll be about 7:30 tonight. Number 3, Texas Tech takes on number 1, Virginia. I'm pulling for Texas Tech on that one. What about you?
I don't care either way.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Gil?
Texas Tech or Virginia?
I don't know.
that translates to I don't care.
I don't care and I don't know. I'm not a big... I don't know.
The only reason I watch any college basketball is I watch anything Razorback.
Do you?
And enjoy anything Razorback.
Yep.
So when they're out of something, I'm done. So
that's going to happen tonight.
That's going to be happening.
Anyway, what else we need to talk about sports-wise?
We don't need to talk about the Major League Baseball because that's not worth listening to.
Oh, in your opinion, perhaps. Okay, so I'll leave it to you. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. How about them Bears?
Ooh, Baylor. Baylor women over Notre Dame.
Yeah.
There you go.
That was a surprise.
Yeah.
That was a surprise. Yeah, I'm kind of excited about the change that Arkansas made. I like Coach Anderson. He's a very, very well-spoken, nice guy. As the old saying goes, white guys never finish first. And so hopefully the change that the Hogs have made for the basketball program will be to the good. And I wish, Coach Anderson, he'll land somewhere. And of course, with the money those guys make, he probably doesn't need to land anywhere. But you never know.
Second highest paid state employee in Arkansas is the basketball coach.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. First is football.
But is that all state funds, or is that count booster money?
Well, I've got an issue with that because I've talked to several legislatures. They say that University of Arkansas is on a three-legged stool. You get the foundation, you've got your sports money, and then you've got your tuition stuff. Nevertheless, they're listed in the paper as state employees.
Mm-hmm.
And the highest paid state employee is the football coach, and the second highest paid is the basketball coach. So,
But most of their money comes from the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
I bet their state salary is not near that bad. So, anyway. That's about all I know today.
Really?
That's it.
You've got 4 more minutes.
Yeah.
So what about youth baseball sports, swimming, tennis coming up?
Swimming's done. Don't know about the tennis team. I know the baseball is kind of confusing right now with all the city.
What about Mountain Home Bomber baseball?
Bomber baseball is doing well. They've held on to the first place in the conference, even though they took a loss the other night against Jonesboro. But they're still doing fairly well. Trying to get Coach Carver to come on the show, just can't seem to get hooked up with him to come on and talk. We'll try again this week to get that done. Next week we're going to have David Drury from the Mountain Home Diamonds is going to come on and talk about the fundraiser they're doing for that travel team that they have for softball. They're going to have a kickball tournament. And that will be sometime in May, I believe, and we're going to have him on. We're going to talk about that some and see how that, see if we can help that grow a little bit for him this year. The Bass Cat tournament's coming up next month, fishing tournament, first part of next month. And that's always a good time. It's not going to be on Lake Norfolk this year. I'm not sure where it's going to be. See if I can get a hold of Rick Pierce and see if he wants to come in, and we'll visit a little bit with that, see how that goes. So we ought to be getting close, 7:57.
All right, why don't we go through a couple more community calendar pieces here. Pick up the papers. What did I miss? We'll hit this once again. Charity car shows. Take 2. Charity car show. White River Lions Fun in the Sun takes place May 4th, 2019 from 9 to 3 at Big Spring Park in Cotter. Specialty awards by Pirate Nation Customs. Entry fee is $20. They'll have awards for General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler. Truck, rat rods, imports, T-buckets held in conjunction with the Cotter Trout Festival. Food, drinks, vendors, music in the park, 50/50 drawing door prizes. For more information, call Gary at 870-453-7340 or 847-867-5644. I'll get this down on the corner page, hopefully here in the next 30 minutes. Mountain Home Parks and Recreation. Let me make sure this is not dated material real quick. Oh, good. Junior Auxiliary Egg Hunt and Mountain Home Recreation Parks and Recreation Spring Carnival has been set for April 13th from 11 to 1. It's this Saturday. The egg hunt will start at 11 o'clock at Cooper Park. And then after the egg hunt, Mountain Home Parks and Recreation will host the annual Spring Carnival at the L.C. Salmons Juice Center. Carnival will include activities for families and youth 9 years old and under until 1 p.m. The activities are free. All concessions are 50 cents.
That is always a big deal for the youth center.
Yep. And you may want to go this. The Easter Bunny will be available for photo booth. So, Carnival games and prizes, action games, inflatables, Easter crafts, face art, cotton candy, popcorn, and soft drinks. For more information, 870-424-7275.
Did they get your headgear fixed?
Huh?
Your Easter Bunny headgear. They get that fixed for you this year?
I let them resize it to you. You're going to do it this week.
Yeah.
We got to run. We got to see you tomorrow. Bye.